Hello, students. How are you? I am Brahanu. In the previous lesson, we have seen that the concept of network and system administration, what system administration means and network administration means, as well as we have seen that the computer system in relation to human computer system, and also we have seen that the definition of computer networking, what networking means. So in this video, I will show you the types of networks depending on their geographical coverage. So when you see the types of computer network, we have to understand how they learn to cover the given geographical area. Based on this, we can classify the computer networks as local area network, metropolitan area networks, wide area networks. So when you see local area networks, local area network connects computers and hardware devices together over a small geographical area. So those computers and hardware devices are frequently referred to as nodes. Those nodes are connected together with a given building or campus. Then it is known as local area networks. Local area network typically consists of several computers connected to one another, usually located in close proximity, such as a computer lab. So local area networks are the most common forms of networks found in most small businesses and schools. They are referred to as the intranets. Intranet works only a single organization or a single buildings. So they are very small in size. However, it is important for security purpose because the data which are transferred inside the LAN cannot be extended to the external areas. Due to this reason, it is very important for the security. The other type is known as metropolitan area networks. When two or more local area networks in the same metropolitan area connected together, then they are known as metropolitan area networks. In metropolitan area network, since it connects different LANs, for example, in a given city, the hospital local area network and the university local area network and other LANs connect together, then they need high speed to transfer data. It works within a campus because the campus may have different LANs within a city and other neighboring suburbs. Due to this reason, the metropolitan area network needs a high speed, which runs from 1.554 megabyte per second up to 155 megabyte per second. So, in this case, when we connect two different LANs with other segmented device, then those LANs form a metropolitan area network. The other one, wide area network. As the name indicates, wide area network covers a wide area like continents, countries, and different metropolitan area networks connected together. Wide area network can use either analog telephone lines or digital, such as satellite transmission signals, or combination of both. For example, let us see cellular networks. Cellular network works with both wireless and wired cables. So based on this, they can cover a large country or continents. This network is known as wireless and wide area networks. So when we see wide area networks can be privately owned by a large corporations or they can be public. So for this purpose, since it consists of both private networks and public networks, it needs network address translation because network address translation used to translate the internal network to the external network. The other one is wireless network. Wireless network are great for allowing laptop computers or remote computers to connect to the local area networks because wireless networks consists of movable devices, which is difficult to install cables. For this purpose, we can use local area wireless networks. On the other hand, when you see network, it is extended based on connecting device. There are different connecting devices for network. For example, repeater, hub, bridge, switch, router, gateway, etc. So when we see repeater is an electronic device that receives a signal, cleans it of unnecessary noise, regenerates it, and retransmits at a higher power level or to the other sides of an obstruction, so that the signal can cover a large distance without degradation. For example, when when twisted pair cable transfers a maximum of 100 meter, the signal becomes less. So when we connect those two cables with the repeater can regenerate those signals and transfer to cover a long distance. On the other hand, when we see hub is a central device that connects different computers centrally without switching a traffic. That the data transfer through a hub could be broadcasted to different computers, except which the data is kept. So repeater hub is not secure because it transfers the data to all computers. The other one is bridge. Bridge is the other types of network devices that connects two different segmented LANs. A network bridge connects multiple network segments at the data link layer 2. Data link layer 2 means when in OSI model, there are several layers. The second layer is data link layer. So this device works in the data link layer. So bridge broadcast to all ports except the port when the broadcast was received. However, the bridge do not preciously copy traffic to all ports as hubs do, but learn with MAC address are reachable throughout specific ports. The other device is switch. Switch is an intelligent hub which has a MAC address to identify to which computer that data is sent. So a network switch is a device that forwards and filters OSI layer 2 datagrams or chunks of data communication between ports connected cables based on the MAC address in the packets. A switch is distinct from a hub in that it only forwards the frames to the port involved in the communication rather than all ports connected. So when we see a switch devices, it can select the port to which the data should be transferred now because it has a MAC address table that consists of the MAC addresses of computers that are connected to its interface. So when a sender sends a data to the other receiver, the MAC address of the receiver will be attached together with the data. Based on the MAC address table, the switch can identify to which ports the data should be sent. Now, the other one is routers. Router is a layer 3 device in OSI model. It is an inter-networking device that forwards packets between networks by processing information found in the datagram or packet. This is worked based on Internet Protocol information from the layer 3 of the OSI model. In many situations, the information is processed in conjugation with the routing table. Thus, as switch has a MAC address table, the router also has a routing table or network address table that consists of the network part of connecting networks, the network address part of the connecting networks. So when a packet received from the other network, then it can identify the receiver address, the network part of the receiver address, then the router can transfer or send through that port when it is connected to that network. Router uses routing table to determine what interface to forward packets. This can include the null, also known as the black hole interface, because data can go into it. However, no further processing is done for the side data. The other devices is a ferrules. So when data coming from the internal part, the security issue should be considered. So those traffics should be identified based on trusted and untrusted data. The ferrule can identify those traffics, which are trusted or not trusted. So ferrules are the most important aspect of network with respect to security. A ferrule system does not need every interaction or data transfer monitored by a human as automated process. Safe again. Can be set up to assist in rejecting access requests from unsafe sources and allowing actions from recognizing. The other one is gateway. So when a data transfer from one network to the other network, there is an interface that outlets from that network to the other network. So the device where it is used for outletting from that network is known as gateway. So gateway is a device which is used to connect multiple networks and passes packets from one packet to the other network, acting as the gateway between different network systems or computer programs. Gateway is a device which forms link between those different networks. Yeah. So in this case, those different devices are important based on the purpose of the network. For example, if we want to connect to different LANs or networks, we use routers. Router can be used as a gateway. Router can be used as a gateway. If we want to connect to different network segments, segmented LANs, we can use bridge. If we want to connect two or more different devices together centrally as intelligence way, then we can use switch. So based on this, we can connect the networks, different networks. No? However, when we connect networks, we can use different structures or arrangements. No? This network arrangement is known as network topology. There are different types of network topology. Basically, it is starting from bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, and hybrid topology. So let us see from the beginning of bus topology. Bus topology. In networking, a bus is the central cable. When networks are connected in bus topology technique or way, then the central cable or bus can be the main wire that connects all devices on a local area network. It is also called the backbone. The central or the main cable or wire is known as the backbone of the network. This is often used to describe the main network connection composing the internet. So bus network are relatively inexpensive, as advantage, and easy to install for small networks. For example, internet system can use a bus topology. The main advantage of bus topology is it is easy to connect a computer or device, and typically it requires less cable than a star topology. Main disadvantage, the entire network shuts down if the backbone is broken. But the backbone broken, then the entire network is shut down. It is difficult to identify the problem, the existing problem, because the network shutdown will be happened by the broken of the main cable. The other one is star topology. As the name indicates, star topology, there is a central device that connects the network device computers or the nodes. So in a star network, devices are connected to a central computer called a hub or switch, maybe nodes, communicate across the network by passing data through them. But when we see in star topology, there is an advantage that in a star network, one malfunction node does not affect the rest of the network. Even if one node fails, the other node can work. No, the failure of one node interrupts the other nodes. But in the disadvantage, if the central connection or the central devices fail, the entire network becomes unusable, and it needs more cables than bus topology. The other one, ring topology. Ring, it is a circular arrangement. A local area network whose topology is a ring, that is, all of the nodes are connected in a closed loop, or message travels around the ring, which each node reading those message address to it. So, in the ring topology, one main advantage to a ring topology is that it can span larger distances than other types of networks, such as sparse networks, because each node regenerates message as they pass through it. Due to this reason, ring topology is important for transferring data over a long distance. That's when you see its disadvantage. If the circular line is failed, then the entire network will be failed. And the other one is mesh topology. In this topology, every nodes can be connected to each other. In mesh network, devices are connected to as many redundant interconnections between network nodes. In a true mesh topology, every node has connection to every other node in the network. But mesh topology has its own main advantage and disadvantage. When you see its advantage, there are different alternatives to send data to other nodes now. If one line is failed, then the node can transfer to other node by the other line, because they have many alternative ways to connect to each other. But when it comes to this disadvantage, it is difficult to install. It is very costly. It takes many amount of cables. The other one is tree topology. Tree topology, this is a hybrid topology that combines characteristics of linear bus plus star topology. And also, we can connect other types of topologies to form a tree topology. In a tree network, groups of star configured networks are connected to linear bus backbone cables. When you see the advantage, a tree topology is a good choice for large computer networks, as the tree topology divides the whole networks into parts that are more easily manageable. In the case of disadvantage, the entire network depends on the central hub, and failure of the central hub can cripple the whole network. So this is all about today's lesson. So next period, or in the next video, I will show you the philosophy of system and network administration. Thanks all.